We are out here in Uxbridge, Ontario at the Wooden Sticks Golf Club where Nick Nurse Foundation is hosting its first charity golf tournament. Now there's tons of special guests. We're going to get to all that. You are watching Raptors Today. I'm Savanna Hamilton. Now Paul Jones and Sherman Hamilton are not by my side because they're actually out on the course right now. So they're leaving me to cover everything, of course, but that's okay. Tons of special guests such as Kyle Lowry. Dr. J is here himself as well. But first we got to kick it off with Nick Nurse. Coach, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being prime Tiger Woods, 1 being myself, who just learned how to golf like last month.
Yeah.
How good is your swing?
Listen, it's okay. I'd give myself about a 5, right in the middle.
Okay.
I mean, I'm one of these, I'll tell you what I am. I played as a kid. I actually played in tournaments and stuff as a kid, and then I stopped for a number of years. But when you play it young, it kind of, you're able to hit it usually. So I'm not a great scorer in the game or a great player by any means, but I can hit it okay. So that is enough for me.
There you go. There you go. Okay. So talk to me about this golf tournament because, you know, it's interesting that you chose golf. This is the first annual tournament for you. There's so many ways to give back to the foundation and to the community. Why this way?
Well, first of all, I love it. I love the relationships that golf, you know, gets people out. And I, even though I don't play very much, I absolutely love being outside like this and being able to just kind of chill. And like I said, as long as I can move the ball around the course a little bit, it's a great day for me. So just know a lot of people that love it as well. Thought it'd be a good way to get everybody together, right? First and foremost, an opportunity to raise some money. You know, people like to play in these things, and for a good cause, and this is a worthy cause, and that's it.
And for those unfamiliar with where the donations and the charitable funds go to, can you explain a little bit of what exactly you're helping out with?
Yeah, so all of our funds just go to underserved youth in Toronto, right, and in the area. And we have 3 strands that we focus on: literacy, about 10–15%, basketball, about another 20%. We, you know, balls, shoes, camps, clinics, all that kind of stuff, fund programs, and then a big, huge section of music. We setting up music programs at schools that can't afford to have them. We're getting instruments in kids' hands at schools that they can have at school and take home. We're getting instruments individually to kids and lessons and anything you can think of. We're trying to help them, you know, enjoy and enjoy the joy of music.
I love that. I mean, obviously you perform yourself many times. Max is here today from the Arkells. Just talk to me a little bit about why did you choose community work in particular? So many causes to support. Obviously there's sick kids. There's so many other avenues to show up for. Why underserved communities?
Well, here's the first of all, I thought, you know, I got this job first of all as a real blessing, and then we won the championship right away, and I was given this tremendous platform. Right, so I figured, okay, let's start the foundation, and then to me, I had to kind of work with things that I was passionate about, right, so that I could really get behind them and push hard to raise the money and push hard to find the right places for it to go and all that stuff. And those are, I love to read, I love hoops, and I love to play music. So I figured let's just do that.
And now, finally, of course, you know, you got Kyle Lowry coming out. You got Julius Erving coming out. You got some big names. How much does that say to your network and that they care, that they want to contribute to maybe maybe they want to play some golf, but also to a charitable fund as well?
Well, unbelievable. For me, you know, I barely got the sentence out of my mouth when I told Kyle I was holding the golf tournament that he was like, I'm in. I didn't even tell him, hey, can you come? You know, he's like, I'm coming. And not only is he coming, he's here. He's helped a lot with some of the setup, the sponsorship. You know, he's got connections in the golf world, and they've got stuff here for everybody to take home. You know, nice things for people that showed up. And Dr. J is just the ultimate gentleman, and he's on our board of our foundation, and we just, you know, we ask him for very little, but it means a lot. You know, we did a collab with him on some sweatshirts and T-shirts, and they were awesome. They sold out in 2 seconds, right? And he comes up for this, and a lot of people get to meet him and meet a legend, and then he'll be at our other evening of music in October, and just as a spokesperson. And it's incredible to me that, I mean, listen, I had a poster of him on my wall of my bedroom as a kid. You know, I mean, it's like, to me, it blows my mind that he's here and he's on the foundation of our own foundation. He's on the board of our own foundation.
Okay, that's incredible.
Yep.
Well, aside from you, who's going to come out on top today?
Well, I got a lot of money on Kyle because I heard he flew some guys in with him that can really play, and he's serious about winning today. So if he doesn't win, it'll be, well, in Vegas the odds are Lowry's foursome's going to win. So,
okay.
But I'll vote for him.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, a very familiar and beloved face is Kyle Lowry. He is in attendance today. Now, apparently, Nick Nurse said that before he could even get the word golf tournament out of his mouth, he said yes. Kyle Lowry said absolutely. So, you know, we're going to have to hear from Kyle Lowry right now.
How you guys doing?
Good, Kyle.
Good. I mean, life's happening. Life's happening. I'm getting younger. Life is great. Life is great. I can't complain. I'm up here playing golf. So, you know, I'm up here hanging out with, you know, my guys, and, you know, special time for me, special event for Coach Nick. And, you know, he asked me about this, I think, December, and I said yes. And, you know, I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So, you know, his foundation is awesome, and always giving back to the youth. So that's always important.
How's the swing looking these days?
I don't know, but, you know, I'm playing pretty good. Listen, I'm telling you, we're going to win. No matter what, we're going to win. That means I got the scorecard. If you know me, you know what I do. I don't talk about it, I just go out there and operate. But, you know, like I said, we'll get to that time when that time comes. For now, it's about golf.
What was last season like for you? I mean, obviously very different from the 9 seasons previous. Was it more of an adjustment than you thought it would be, or less of an adjustment?
No, when you're going into a year, I was 16 last year, it's not much of an adjustment for you personally. You just kind of figure out what's, you know, what you can do, what you can't do, and what, you know, what's the vibe like, right? What's the coaching staff like? What's the organization like? You know, new things for my kids, you know, going to school, them wearing shorts every day, and, you know, just, you know, growing and getting bigger. And you know, it's just like, it was different, but it was a move that was, you know, had to happen, or it did happen, and I'm happy, and it worked out for both sides, both parties.
You comfortable right away?
Oh, I'm always comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm always comfortable. I mean, nothing's gonna make me uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
It's a bit of a disruptive year. You had to be away from the team for a little bit. Just wonder how you dealt with that and how that affected your thought process on the court. I know.
Yeah, I'm still dealing with it, and it's a situation where, you know, when it's better, I'll talk about it more, but it was definitely something that kind of derailed my whole season, and it kind of kept me derailed for a long time, and still to this day, you know, it's still something I deal with every single day. I actually got a phone call just now about it, but, you know, it's life. Life happens, and, you know, you just have to continue to get better and focus on the things that you can control, and try to help as best you can. Because at the end of the day, you know, I can't do this or that. All I can do is, you know, go to people that can help me, and hopefully I can help them, and we can kind of work together and collaborate.
People talk about compartmentalizing their lives, where you put stuff in basketball and the two don't mix.
Right.
Is that possible?
It's very possible. But it's, you know, you got to be strong-minded, and you have to be able to say, okay, this is one thing, but when I get out here and I'm able to do this other thing, let me turn it off for a little bit. It's very tough, because as soon as you're done the activity or the, you know, whatever you're doing to, you know, take your mind from the thing, you goes right back to it.
Kyle, when Nick kind of took over the Raptors head coaching job, you know, the organization was at a bit of a crossroads, and, you know, can you kind of say how your relationship has developed since he took over the head coaching job, and why it's important to keep a good relationship with him?
Well, me and Nick, you know, if you guys don't know, Nick was the guy I shot with, worked out with. You know, he was an assistant when he first got here. So me and him had a great relationship prior to him even being the head coach. And we always had this same type of, you know, mantra about winning and understanding and trying to be innovative. And, you know, Nick's a friend of mine, and we got closer and closer. And then, you know, as the years went on, we trusted each other more and more, and for a guy like him to keep a relationship with a guy like him, you know, obviously I'm here for a reason, and because he's such a great man, he's helped me in my career tremendously, and, you know, all I can do is try to give back to him as much as he's given to me.
When people were posting pictures of Bill Russell the other day, one of the ones that came up a bunch was you with him and the trophy in 2019.
Yeah.
What did Mr. Russell mean to you, mean to the game, and what was your relationship?
I think he
like?
meant a lot to the African American community in general. I think that's the most important thing. He was kind of one of those guys who stood up and, you know, kind of pushed for, you know, African Americans to have more freedom, more say, and just to be more of everything. Basketball-wise, he's incredible. One of the greatest athletes, one of the greatest players to ever have played this game. Got enough rings for my fingers plus more. But to be able to do it both ends, he's player coach. You know, you know, the philanthropy things that he's did. You know, just everything that he was able to do. You know, we wish he was still here. You know, because we want to, you know, show him more love, give him more flowers, and give him more everything.
I was talking to Nick about golfing with you back in the bubble. And he said your games are comparable, but honestly, how many times did you whoop him there?
No, I honestly, Nick's good, man. I don't know. Yeah, he got a golf event for a reason. So he's pretty good. He's like a savant at everything. He just figures it out and goes. And I don't know. He's a long ball hitter. His short game's good. And you know, it depends on, like, you know,
How many putts he makes.
Basically, that's all that matters.
Now there is a legend joining us on the course today. Dr. J, Julius Erving, spoke to media just before he got some shots up, so we're going to hear from him about his friendship and relationship with Coach Nurse. First things first, how's today going? Obviously, it's a beautiful day to play some golf.
It is a beautiful day to play golf, and I got great golfing partners. We had a higher expectation than we've been able to deliver on.
Why is that?
But scoring, because it's golf. Golf's the hardest game on the planet.
Yeah.
You know? So we got too many bogeys today and too many shots like on this hole where we put 1, 2, 3, 4 balls in the water and 1 on the green, and then Nick hit 1, so we got 2 on the green. So you got to be more efficient than that.
Yeah, it's okay. You can still, you got some.
I'm not mad at it. It's for charity. You know, this is charity's the winner.
Exactly.
Nurse Foundation is the winner. So there are no losers.
Absolutely.
How about that?
I love that. I love it. Listen, you know, you mentioned earlier to the media in the scrum that you and Nick Nurse are good friends. It's one thing to be friends. It's another thing to be a board member on his foundation. How did that come about? Why did you feel the need to raise your hand for that?
Well, he's a good guy, you know, and he's done so much over the years. One of my roommates when I played basketball was a guy named Steve Mix. He did a lot to help Steve in his career, his 12-year NBA career, and, you know, without taking any credit for it or anything, he's done that for many people without receiving anything in return. So he's that type of guy, so that's my kind of guy.
And that's what you got to do. You got to give back. But how would you rate your swing from 10 being Tiger Woods in his prime, and 1 being myself, who's just learning how to play golf? Where would you put yourself on that scale, 1 to 10?
Well, on a 1 to 10, I'm probably most days 6, 7, so I'm better than average. Because my scoring is better than average.
Yep.
But, you know, 7 and above is pretty difficult. You got to put a lot of time in.
Yep.
And I haven't been able to find that time. I don't know if I ever will find that time.
Oh.
But
hey,
you know, I'm still going to love the game, even though it doesn't love me back. And
how would you rank Lowry's swing?
No, he's good, and he's still got a lot of time to, you know, work on it. So he's a power player. So, you know, that little body is tight. He played basketball like that too. You know, he had the power and the will, and the will and the power go together, and they come up with something positive, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
Now, while we were out here on the golf course, some breaking news came down. Gabe Brown has signed a deal with the Toronto Raptors. Now, he is a 4-year veteran coming out of Michigan State. He played with OKC during the Summer League, and he completely fits the Raptors mold as he's 6'7", but with a 7-foot wingspan. He's also a small forward. So in case you missed him on Summer League, we're going to actually check out some highlights.
Step back long, 2-ball goes down. That's a tough delivery for Gabe Brown. Williams can do on the break. Finds Brown trailing the play. That's beautifully done.
Now I'm missing my partners in crime, so we're gonna go find them. Hey, Jonsey, Sherm. Oh, look who I found. Jonsey, how are you, man?
Great, Savannah. I'm great. I'm just deciding which club I'm going to use to hit the ball into the water here at 17, the replica of TPC Sawgrass.
Oh yeah. How has the day been?
The day's been terrific. It's such a great cause. You know, the first annual Nick Nurse Foundation Golf Tournament. Nick talked about his 3 pillars of literacy, music, and basketball, and giving the money back and providing for kids that don't always have the opportunity. So I think it's a great day. It's great for all of us to be out there and helping to contribute to the day and helping to contribute to the foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. What a fun way to do so, too. But you know that means that because you're not hosting with me right now, we have to follow you, see how good you are on the golf course.
This is not good. Like I said, I'm deciding which club I'm going to use to hit it into the water. I've played here quite a bit. It's a terrific course, Wooden Sticks. And I've tried to convince the part owner and general manager, Greg Seaman, to put a gumball machine up that's full of golf balls. So when you hit it in the water, you put your loonie in and you tune it, you turn it, and a couple more golf balls come out. He said the only problem with that is we'd never get anybody off this hole, right? They'd probably make some more money, but nobody be off the hole.
Very true.
So I think I'm going to, it's 124 yards, Mother Nature helping me a little bit. I think I'm going to try a pitching wedge to see if I can hit it on the green.
Okay, let's see it. Jonsey now takes the tee box. He's focused. Drives it. It looks good. Will it land in the lake? Oh, just short. Taking to the tee box again. Lines up. And that's a good swing. See if he has enough power to get to the island. And he does. He makes the island. Jonsey, your team just shot par at 17. What do you have to say to Sherm?
Well, first of all, thanks to my team, because you can't do it. Normally it's an individual sport. I couldn't do it without a team. We couldn't do it. I'd lay down a challenge to Sherm, but Sherman did have a hole-in-one years ago, and I was with him on the tee box at 17 at another course when he made a hole-in-one. So, Sherm, hole-in-one if you can beat the par.
Okay. Sherm, you're on. Sherm, finally found you, man.
There you go. How you
Look
doing?
at you.
Trying to do something, man.
Yeah.
Just trying.
How's the day been?
It's been good. It's been good. I mean, playing with a great group. Got the good doctor in the group. Got Kyle Lowry. Got our friend Kevin in the group. Having a great time.
Listen, I don't want to hold you too long from that warm-up swing, but Jonsey, he challenged you. Because at this same hole, 17, he got a par with his team. So you got to beat that, but he said get a hole-in-one.
But hold on a second. What did he do on his shot? His team got a par, but what did he do?
Listen, snitches get stitches. In the sand.
Yes.
You got to say that louder.
He and Kevin, they can really hit the ball. They hit it a long way and they hit it online.
Really?
Whatever. So I would take any day to be my partner.
That's a big compliment.
Hey, listen.
Listen, Jonsey didn't get that.
Hey, Doc is the most gracious person you will ever meet. Also a bit of a liar because he knows I don't hit it that straight.
I don't always see your ball when it leaves, because it leaves with such velocity and such speed. And sometimes I honestly say I didn't see it.
Fair enough.
But all the ones that I saw, though, they were straight.
There you go.
They look good.
There you go.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess that's safe to say. I mean, I don't know, whispers in the wind that you did a little bit better than Jonsey.
Well, if we're talking mano-a-mano,
Yeah.
I was told, and I'm not going to say who told me, that he put it in the water. I hit land. So just by default, I win. And then my good doctor went and put it on the green and we finished the deal. That's how we did it.
We got a par. Yeah, we got a par.
You got a par, but it looked nicer.
There you go.
Now points.
It was some drama, but we worked our way through the drama.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Absolutely. Now, Raptors assistant coach Jamaal Magloire, Big Cat, he's also here, but he's not golfing today. He's actually running an activation behind, shooting some hoops, so we're going to catch up with him. Jamaal Magloire around me right now. Now, Jamaal, tell me about what's happening back here, because you're not on the golf course today. You are out here at the activation with a hoop in the background. What's happening?
We're having a free throw competition. Right now, the prize is jerseys from one of our many basketball players. We have 3 for $50. 1 for $20. You make one, you get a bigger prize than it was for the 3 shots. But we're raising money for Nick Nurse Foundation, and it's a great day, great weather, and we're having a ball.
How important was it for you to support Nick Nurse and his foundation? Obviously, you're assistant coach, but you know, how big was that to, in your own way, chime in?
It's great. I mean, the weather's great. It's in our backyard, Toronto, and it's Coach Nurse that has done so much for our city and our organization that anything that we could do to reciprocate that, we want to be a part of. And I'm happy to be here. I'm glad he invited me, and the day has just been fabulous.
Coach, I think you still got a little bit of game in you.
I have a lot of game in me still.
Okay. Well, listen, I want to see it sometime. At some point. Doesn't have to be today, but at some point, I want to see it.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, thank you.
God.
Well, that about wraps it up for today. But what's next for the Raptors? Well, training camp starts September 26th, and then they get into preseason. And get this, there's a Canadian tour going on, so the Raptors will be stopping in Edmonton in October as well as Montreal. So stay tuned for that. From myself, Savanna Hamilton, Paul Jones, Sherman Hamilton, Armando, Jake, and Luke, and all of our special guests here today. Thank you for watching another episode of Raptors Today.